Next guest speaker is a graduate of Olabisi Onabanjo University, an academic consultant, a researcher, and a writer whose passion for academic excellence began at an early stage. His journey into research and writing started in primary school. Did you hear that? His journey into research started in primary school. Primary school, in primary 4. When he completed his research on unity in cultural diversity, this passion has grown over the years, leading him into various forms of academic writing and research. He is a driven individual with clear vision to empower youths to become self-reliant during and after their time on campus. Together with his team, he has founded several impactful organizations under the Top Touch brand, including Top Touch Enterprise, Top Touch Global, which organizes international business conferences, and Top Touch Academy, also known for its engaging secondary school tours. Please let's give it up for the host and the convener of this wonderful campus business conference, which we are privileged to announce today. Please welcome Joseph John Buzu.
Please, can we put our hands together for the anchors? Permit me to say good afternoon. And this section I will be talking about attitude towards business. Attitude towards business. Okay, the media, can we have us? Attitude towards business is one of the reasons, is what we are going to be talking about. And we have talked about how to network in business, and of course when Comrade Sam Rishke, in case you did not get the core message he was passing, it was perseverance and the ability for you to be determined in achieving whatever you make up your mind to do. And then we had Mr. Akintemi when he came to speak to us, and of course he did perfectly with this communication to us. But this time I want to just briefly, within the next 30 minutes, talk about our attitude to business. I've been somebody that, of course, right from my undergraduate days, I've been in business and all that, and I attended to, of course, university, and so over time I've studied people's attitude in business, how people manage their business, their relationship in business, and people's attitude, your character, the ability for people to separate their business from what they see on social media and what the physical holds have been a major challenge for business people. And we are going to be starting with here we have picking or naming your business. Picking or naming your business, especially the Gen Z, our generation. One of the problems we have had is picking a name for your business. You will see somebody picking a name like, for instance, Adekoya Enterprise. They will now put Ade, put H, put E, put this, put that, and all that. Whatever name you are picking for your business, you need to understand that name represents you. Do you understand? Whatever name you are picking for your business, the name protects you. There are two ways to name your business. It's either you name your business after your name, or you pick a unique name that you'll be able to answer even when you step out there. Before I met my friend Tech Knight, I still don't know his real name till tomorrow. But at the moment you hear Tech Knight, there's this kind of passion, there's this kind of confidence, there's this kind of uniqueness in the name that he answers in the name. So when you are picking your business name, you have to be dynamic about it, and then your business name must be simple and easy to pronounce. Your business name must be simple and easy to pronounce. You know, before I decided to stabilize my business on Top Touch Global, Top Touch Enterprise, you know, I had once used the name before, JBL Research Lab, you know, Joseph Buzu, and but so it was difficult for people to pronounce. And then not until one day when we just had to put up some things, came up with Top Touch Enterprise. Top Touch Enterprise. Under Top Touch Enterprise, we have Top Touch Laundry. We have Top Touch home cleaning services. We have Top Touch dispatch delivery. So whatever business I want to do, as far as my life is concerned, must be under Top Touch. Do you understand? That central name. So that if you see me out there, you can say, oh, that is Top Touch going. Oh, have you been to Top Touch? Which of the Top Touch? Is it Top Touch Laundry also? Your business must be simple and easy to pronounce. Then it must be memorable and inclusive. It must be something people should be able to remember. I don't know where we in this country we got the idea of having a long name for our business. Look at the companies that are traveling all over the world. Dangote, to when Elon Musk wanted to name Twitter, he didn't go and bring Elon Musk or look for one lengthy. He named it Instagram. These guys are lucky enough to have putting Mark Zuckerberg Enterprise on their name. But no, they decided to pick a name that is easy for pronunciation, and then your name must reflect your brand's purpose. Your name must reflect your brand purpose. Your name must reflect your brand purpose. You are into shoemaking. You are naming it Damsel Association. You are naming it Damsel you are naming it Damsel Footwear. You know, it's not about the footwear. You know, the footwear has taught what you are doing. But what has Damsel has to do with footwears? So you're picking your name must reflect your brand. So that's one of the things the attitude you need to change. If you have to rebrand the name of your business, you have to do so. And then every business must have a name. Every business must have a name. There's no point having a business if you're not going to name it. Don't start it at all if you are not going to give it a name. When I started writing on campus, I only had Flash, not even Flash, card reader. System was in this shop here, up here. So I had no laptop. So when I collect jobs, I will go to a system. I will now, because people might delete it, I will now go to where the central system of the CPU. I will now create about 10 files, folders. I will now put my work there. So when I finish doing it, I will copy it and put it inside my pocket. But yet there was a name behind that brand. Your business must have a name, and then sometimes you see people name okay and all that. Look at global brand like Toyota and all that, and then can we go to the next slide, media, please? Then balancing your business. Go back, please. Balancing business, religion, and career. This is one of the greatest mistakes that people do. I mean, one of the greatest mistakes that people do in business. For instance, now most of us that are here, if I'm not correct, Mr. Christian, sir, we are Christian. Almost all of us here, we are Christians, and some of us are pastors. Before I knew TechNet was a Christian, a pastor, it took a while. Because when his person what has to do with TechNet, there's this major, there's this classification that this is TechNet that is posting. And then my mother spoke, Comrade Sambush, is a political person right from ND days, you know, because I had to go and ask people about him. I've been hearing about him long ago, even before I met him. Now, when he wants to post politics, you know that this is politics. When he wants to post about his business, you know that this is business. And then, but most of us, we have brought in religion and business together. It can't work. You are limiting your market. What's it called? Your market target. And then that takes us back to the name. You have to separate religion from your business names. Jesus Dara, soap making this thing. God's favor Ademenuyi. So if you don't improve, if you don't put God there, don't you know that people will still buy it? These are some of the things we have to do away with if you want your business to thrive. You know, I'm a pastor by profession. That is what I want to do. Imagine if I now name Jesus Global Top Touch Enterprise. One of the limitations I've brought there is that atheists will not patronize me. The other religion will not patronize me. So why am I hurting myself in the place of trying to portray that I love Jesus? You need to separate that from your this thing. Then create distinct platforms for each area. Create distinct platforms for each area. If on a Sunday afternoon, everybody knows that across my social media handle, you will hear preaching for the day. It does not matter whether you are sleeping, you will hear it. But on a faithful Monday morning, you know, we are back to business. Top Touch Enterprise Academic Consult Research and Writing is opened. So it's time to discuss business. And when I want to relate with you in the business platform, you even know I'm a Christian. The most important thing is that my sincerity has to follow suit. There are several people I've worked for. The day one fellow saw me, he said, "You look, are you a pastor?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "But I don't see it on your page." He does not see it in our communication. I said, "We have business together. We do have religion activity. You want to know if I'm a pastor? Come to my church." You must be able to separate that. All right, and then can we have the next slide? You know, when I started growing up, I mean, after Top Touch Enterprise started enlarging and all that, you know, I took time and then I consolidated this under enterprise for better organization and focus. I started separating my ministry, which is Flaming Faith Nation, my career, my education initiatives, and then I decided to break them. Can we have the slide? Please, can somebody come and power this laptop? Now, this is under Top Touch Global International Business Conference, right? Now, under Top Touch Global, every conference I want to do falls under Top Touch International Business Conference. Provided anything that has to do with business, in terms of in a small group, in a big group, falls under that category. Then Top Touch Enterprise, Academic Consult Research and Writing, all business falls into that category. Do you understand now? But they have a central name, Top Touch. And then Top Touch Academy, which we've undergoing in what's it called, secondary school stores and all that. If I have to open school tomorrow, they will fall under Top Touch Academy. That is where they are coming into. And then if I have to, then we have School of Faith, Flaming Faith Nation, Top Touch Leadership Academy. Because of course, I'm a coach and a speaker, everything I want to do under leadership must fall under that leadership. And then planning to open a book publication and all that falls under Top Touch Publisher. So all of them, they are not contradicting each other. Everyone is standing on its own. That's why you have Dangote Sugar. You have Dangote. Have you seen Dangote Sugar under Dangote Cement in the same factory? No. You should be able to categorize some of these things, and that will help your business to thrive. Oh, you say, what if I'm selling soap, I'm selling soap, I'm selling this? That is where branding and packaging that my brother spoke earlier about comes in. And then we still get there because I also have to brief it. All right, can we? Okay. Okay, go back. The reason why you have to do that is so that your business must accommodate all people regardless of their religion, background. All right, it's just like an hotel. Atheists make use of hotel. Have you ever seen hotel where they say Jesus is Lord Hotel? Have you ever seen hotel where they say God's favorite hotel? Even in our headquarters, Redeemed Christian Church of God, you see Joy to the Wise Hotel. You see Wisdom Hotel. I mean, Charlotte. Because several people are going to patronize you. So you have to break most of these things together. You know, by the virtue of, based on the course I did then and all, I did plant science in my second degree, we needed to visit Babalawo. The information we went to go and get there has nothing to do with my religion. They sent us to go and get this thing. They told us we have to opt through and enter. I opt through and enter. I should not say no, because that is why many people don't move far in business. You enter a car, you know, you see somebody sitting there that is wearing, you don't have business with that person. You just sit there, you let everybody mind his or her business, and you go. And then can we have the next thing? Social media management. Your page versus your business page. Social media management. One of the errors, especially all of us that are students do. Adike pre-order will start today. Tomorrow she has opened 1001 social media handle. When you are starting a business, the first thing you need to do is that you have to build that business under your own page. Under your own page. Till tomorrow, I still don't have social media for all of those activities. There's still no page for them. Why? I have not gotten enough networking that will require me to create those pages. Just imagine I create social media. Now I can have a central email, which is Top Touch email or Top Touch Enterprise. Then if I now want to categorize them, we may not have, maybe if the stuff grows and all that, Top Touch underscore what's it called? TTL, that's Top Touch Leadership, Top Touch Academy. That is how you break them afterwards. But you open a business today, you have opened 20 social media handles. What do you need them for? Then you'll be begging people to engage the page. Engagement though is not the same as people buying your business. Do you understand? Till tomorrow, I have not asked people to like my page. I'm not against people that does it. We'll still get there. We all have different markets, you know, market values. I mean, what works for each and all that. Now, but because I know my business does not require that, because if I have to do that, it's as if I'm begging people. And my business requires that you are proud. I love the way, you saw how Combe Sambrit spoke. I love how, I remember when I chatted and I said, please let's communicate through the email. I had to obey that principle. I remember when I chatted this pastor, he said, sorry, I'm busy. Can you call me by so time? I needed their service. You have to promote yourself to that page, and it all has to do with how you manage your social media handle. Because where you will sell yourself more first is in your social media handle. So you have to build your brand under your social media handle. You are Oluwadare Ikoyajolu. Build your business under that social media handle first. Let people know that this is who you are. Let people know that this is what you do. Under your page, not under any other page. So that when people are knowing your business, they will identify you with your business. They can align the two together. But many times, you just see people. One of my friends opened one business in 2023 when we were in school. She named it. Last year, I saw another business. She opened a special Instagram account. This January, she has launched another business. There's another social, and now ask her that how many social media handles should I be following you? Me, I don't have that luxurious amount of time. Because you send me the link, post, like, post, like, post, like. But let's assume she had putting everything under her page. Then as time goes on, gradually, she starts. Now, I think it was my graphic designer that had to force us that we must have international business conference Instagram. Today I've seen us shared it. We have created it. Gradually it will be growing. When we hit 100, we know that, oh, it's time for us to launch out this social media handle. So you should know how to do that, and then align your content with your brand's goal. Align your content with what you are selling. Several times when I see how people make advertisement of their business, they just go online, especially apologies. People that sells, you know, since when all this organic cream started and all that, they just go online, they copy content, they come and post and all that. I have seen most of those things online. So you must be able to generate your ideas. If you have my number, you come to my page, any day I'm ready to talk. That's why people misunderstand me. They say, one person came, he say, you are proud though, you know, she came in, we had to pay Atife for coming, and then I saw that she was hungry and tired. I said, ask somebody to go and get her food. She came to do a job of 5,000. We've already spent close to 2,000 taking care of her. She now say, I thought you are proud. I say, if you, so because, she now say your page, that you call yourself a global person. I now say, am I lesser than a global person before? You know, you have to align your page with your content. What you post, that's why you must separate religion, your career, from it. You must separate it. You are selling food. The content you got is, what's this rainy name? Judah. You are learning. You see, the songs you attach to your business is also causing a limitation. These days, every business, we just pick, Davido has released a new song, you tag it to your business. This person has released a new song, you tag it to your business. You have to know, that's why when he was talking about the social media handle that has to promote your business, for me, my business cannot grow on TikTok. My growth grows where they are matured people, and that's on Facebook. So that's why I place more emphasis. So I control my page. Whatever you see on my WhatsApp status, all these jokes, you can't find them on my page. WhatsApp status is just for 24 hours. My Facebook remains there permanently. So whatever I'm posting there must be quality, must be durable, and there must be long lasting. You see somebody selling footwear. He has uploaded 1,000 footwears on social media. No! People were not listening when he was talking about branding. You can just pick one social media, one boot, shoe. I mean, create a content, put it there. Somebody will come and buy it. Another day, bring another one, put it there. Somebody will buy. I mean, you know, for this conference, we bought almost about 39 books. And somebody asked me, if we don't sell it, what happens? I say, I'll be reading them. Or I will market one after the other online because their books are read. Some of them I've read them more than 10 times. So by the time I bring one book to my page, if I sell that book, about 10 people may request for it. So you must know how to balance some of these things, and then your page reflects your business. Manage it professionally. Your page reflects your business. You must be able to manage it professionally. The media, advertisements and marketing. Focus on platform where your audience is most active. Where your audience is most active, you must focus on it. I have over 5,000 contacts. So when you see that 24/7 I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, WhatsApp, people ask me, don't you sleep? I say, my market, I don't have a shop now that I can wake up in the morning and go. My office is in my house. So this is where people can know that I'm a researcher, I'm a writer. So that is my page. You must focus value. If your business does not thrive on TikTok, you don't have business opening TikTok in the first place. If your business does not thrive on X, I mean, what's that one they created after X came? Trade. You don't have business opening trade. Focus that energy on one account and then add value, offer discount, free delivery or promotions for your business. Should I tell you what I did when I was on campus? For some of you that are on campus, of course, that are still students. My department, we were 114. And then I do printing. So our material for every semester if you want to print it at a standard price, it's 15,000 naira. You know, where COVID-19 said, so they had to, that was when they introduced PDF. So you can send 250 pages PDF for one course. So when I looked at the market value, I just went back to the class. I said I'm going to produce those market materials for 99,000. So I was able to have 50 students. 99,000. Now, if I had done it at the rate of 15,000 naira, my profits there would have been, let's say, 8,000, but I may not get more than 2 people. So I had to bring down my price to accommodate everybody, and then by the time when the exam was coming for, I had printed for 100 people in class. Then one wanted to do hardcover, one wanted to sign out and all that. Everybody was doing printing emotion grant for 50 naira because things were extremely expensive. So per printing that you do and all that, you may get about 3,000 naira profit for one ring when you finish printing. So I just sat and I looked and said, we have 114 in this class. So I just decided to slash the price. I said, okay, everybody come. I'll cut my business to 115. I single-handedly printed for 86 people. Against what I would have had if I, because they have to come from Ago. And so I brought pure water inside the fridge, chilled. You know, you always meet people in my house and all that. So if you are hungry, you either go and buy, I filled gas for them. So if you come, you go and buy your Indomie and go and cook. So if by the time you take most of these things out, I still make my money. So your prices must be durable. That's one of the ways to advertise. It's not all about doing sales. It's all about doing a proper marketing to get your audience, to get your targets. You know, and then there was a department I needed to print for. They were all going to come to Agro. I said, no, everybody should stay. I will deliver all your goods. But however, they say, so we can print it. And I said, no, I have all the past questions for your department. So I'm going to print it along. You know, and then how do I, because I made delivery fee, how do I get my delivery money back? I added 1 kobo per page. So I made it 10 naira 10 kobo. That was how I printed. 10 naira 10 kobo. By the time you are printing 1,000 pages times 10 kobo, if you multiply it, 100 naira has come out of it. Alright? And delivery was 200. So, and I know people that will pay more. I know people that may not even pay at all. That is how you balance, you get your market value. And then build trust and encourage referrals through consistent marketing. Can we have the next slide? I have to be very fast. Building relationship in business and all that. The first thing you need to know that in building relationship in business is that your families are not your primary customers. If you open your business, I told my graphic designer, when he wanted to start selling something, I said, what you need, you don't need to start selling anything. Go and develop yourself. Because if you open clothes business because of me, you are disturbing yourself. How many will I buy anyway? Do you understand? Your family, your friends, they are not your first customers. So when I'm starting a new business, I root all of them out. All of them, I root them. When I was on campus and I was doing painting, I never paint. All my friends was free painting they requested for. So they are not part of my market this thing. So if you are opening that business for your family that you patronize your friends, they can only patronize you once. And it will take another 6 months before they will patronize you. So go and close that business. Your market, people that your customers are out there, people you call enemies, they are your customers. That is why if you come around me, you will see sick people, you will see mad people, you will see people that are disabled. I accommodate everybody for the sake of my business. I have never, I told somebody I used to have apologized to 100 level student before. Now the guy is in 400 level. When he had printing, he just called me and said, Alpha, my department want to print something. I said, send everything, let me see. Imagine if I refuse to do the needful. Now that does not mean when he misbehaves, me, I'm not going to tell him I will. But that relationship remains intact. You have to learn from politicians. That's how business grows. That's how business grows. Your family, they are not your first. Your classmate, building relation with classmates, that is where your target is. Some of you, you are 200 in your department. You are doing business. You don't have contact of 10 people. Then who do you want to sell goods to? Every single day I collect contacts. Every single day. Any day I wake up and I don't collect contact, it may be an Okada man that carry me, I will collect his contact. That is how your business will grow. Contact first. WhatsApp. 90% of the world uses WhatsApp in this nation. That's where your business lies. If I enter PS Box, I collect contact. You can't sit beside me and I will not interact with you. And then ladies, you said they will ask you out. You did not collect contact. You were already out now. So why not people collect the contact and then balance your business up? You must collect contacts. You know, when I was a student in this parish, I had almost everybody's contact. When I mean you can't, because I'll wait for you at that door. There was a lady I collected her contact 4 times. When I mean 4, I collected it because I'm busy, I throw it. I collect it. Then one day I say, please, I'm sorry, just give me your contact. She now said, do you want to ask me out? I said, no. I just want to be your friend. When I needed printing from her department, she referred close to 20 people. So that's why when people say, where is your office? My room is in my office. We'll still get there under branding. My brother just taught part of it. And then build relationship with your classmates, neighbors, and strangers. You are doing food business. You are staying in a hall that over 20 people. One fateful morning, just wake up. Tell them, please, all the guys, I want to cook today. How much do you spend eating outside? We used to spend 5,000. Okay, all of you contribute for 4,000. I'll give you a beautiful dish. Then you will know things to reduce. If the meat they are buying, if the turkey they are buying is 2,500, tell them to help you cut it to 2,000. So that you can make your own profit back. But you are, especially people that are into food business on campus, these are where we miss it. You are in business, you wake up, you close your door, you enter, you don't talk to anybody, you are not ready for business. Just close that business first and then network in relationship. What? Let everyone know what you do through your networking. Your department, your faculty. Tell everybody about what you know. One of the ways you know that I'm a writer is that my mouth is sharp. So I will sell myself to you. Before we talk 2-3, I will mention one book. Before we talk 2-3, I will mention one book. Before we talk for another 5 minutes, I will mention one book. So you'll be forced to ask me, are you a writer? I'll say no. Do you write books? I say no, I do research. And then from then I can talk. I entered the bus to Ekiti. You know, I didn't know they were lecturers, professors in the car. So I started talking. They heard my call when I was talking to somebody about plants. And then the woman said, sorry, which do I know that plant Marubo? I said, this is an from Ife to Ado, 1 hour 30 minutes. I talked about one plant. And when we came out of that bus, 5 people collected my contact. And then through it, you have to build a way that, because if you are a business, if you are too begging, please, people will take you for granted. So you have to build yourself in such a way that people will be running after you. Anytime I need Zobo, the fact I don't like it, I only know, I think I've gotten to her at 12 o'clock before. Friday Savo. 12 o'clock, I was having running stomach, and one of the ways I can stop it is Zobo. I went to, I should have asked her, she should come. Now she has placed a value. It's said I will continue going to the toilet, or I have to go and find a solution, and she has the solution. I spoke about one plant, Marubo, although people know it. Cleodero voluble. You You know, I spoke about that vegetable so much so that a professor at the back said, what's your field? I said, I did botany and specialized in medicinal plants. He thought I was a doctor because most of them were doctors. But my business does not permit me to tell you the course I study, because it will bring limitations. Now I grew up, my first degree I did in something humanity. The way I learned project and writing, research and typing. My boss was in management sciences, and then my parents happened to be humanities. So all those knowledge I have them. Then me, I did sciences. So if I have to tell you that I'm a scientist, I'm already creating market limitations from the other field. So I don't owe you telling you how my journey has been. All I need is I can discuss your field better than you do. That is what is most important. You have to work on that part. And then can we have the next slide? Then grow your business through networking. Collect contacts everywhere you go. Confidently market your business to everyone you meet. Confidently market your business. Emphasis on confidently, not begging. Confidently tell people what you do. Tell them what they are to benefit. Can we have the next slide? Then this is where what is it called? The bacteria that is eating Africa, especially Nigeria, lies. The role of books in business, in growing your business through books. If you are not a reader, you cannot be a business grower. Your business will not grow. If you are not a reader, your business will not grow. For 4 years on campus, I bought over 250 books. Because in 1 year, I read over 100. 2018, 2019, I read over 100 books. Everything John Buzu wrote, I read them. That I can find, I read them. Everything Brian Tracy wrote, I read them. Leadership, career. You enough of reading love books. You are reading love books. Do you want to love people more than once? Love has no plural now. How does book improve your business? It generates ideas. I cannot be short of ideas. I have every information on everything. At least I'm not in politics, but of course I have knowledge on politics. I'm not in America, but every decision Donald Trump took, I went to go and check the effect. Now, when they do the swearing, somebody traced one history as far back as 1975. They said Donald Trump is the second president not to place his hand on the Bible while taking an oath. I went to go and read what happened during that person's era. Was it bad? Was it good? Is history yet to repeat itself? And then these are books allows you to grow your business. It expands your knowledge. You are selling food, you cannot call the names of the ingredients. Then what are you doing? One of the ways to develop your vocabulary is through books. In December, between October and December, I bought close to 35,000 books. This January, I bought about 6 already. I may not have the time to read them now because I have some exams coming up. But when I have the time, I can lock myself inside for 12 hours and be reading books. Is a politician, is a student union. He has gone back for his PhD. Not because he needs that PhD, but his field, the way politics is going, requires that if you don't have the academic qualifications, they will put you by the corner. Somebody say, why am I reading? I say, I have one purpose. I want to read so much so that when they call me to speak in the US Embassy, the president, the White House, they will give a standing ovation. That is my target. Now I can't just, because when you get there, what do you want to say? So I have to have every information. When COVID-19 broke out, I had to go and check history. That thing happens once in every century. So it was the normal thing. The first person that spoke about it was Sam Adeyemi. That happens once in history. Sir? Thank you. In 100 years. And then before then, it broke out in 1980 something. Broke out in 70 something. Bed free broke out in 80 something, you know. And then here it broke out again. And the world was going crazy. Me, I was just relaxed. I was not disturbed. You have to be able to have every knowledge to grow your business. That's why we got some, people, a whole lot of demand. I say, okay, let me buy them. You buy as much as you want. If you are not ready, you cannot grow your business. Social media is deceptive. Don't depend on social media for information. Books provide inspiration, strategies, and mindset to shift. Unlike the internet, books offers authentic knowledge. Books, they offer authentic knowledge. It does not matter what you are selling. Read books. It will help you. It will help you. I tell people, if I was a graphic designer, because most of my clothes, I sketch them, my natives. You can't sew better than the knowledge I have of how it should look like. So I sit down to sketch it. So if you see me wearing one, you may not see that design anywhere. It is either me or two other people that have worn it. So you have to be able to be strategic. Where do I get most of all these ideas? Books. I once heard of a person John Buzu spoke about. They pay her $20 million every year. What is her job? To sit down in the office 9 to 5 and think for the company. Since this engine rule, whatever idea she produces is what the company will follow. If she wakes up tomorrow and say, I think what will work is, let's change this company name, even the CEO cannot say no. Where did she get most of that idea? Book. I do 2-3 things for a living. I think, I read, and then I write. What I may write today may be jargons, but it will make sense tomorrow. What you may write today may not be meaningful. Somehow you will readjust it. Go back and read books as a business person. It will help you. Can we have the next slide, Evans? All right, can we go? Managing profit and capital. Many young people misuse their profit instead of reinvesting them. Never touch your capital, reinvest your wisely. If I make, most of us, when we make profit, the first thing we want to do is we want to show people that we are the CEO. Let your business reflect you. That's why any profit I make, I invest it back in books. My brain needs wisdom. The only way to get wisdom is through books. If you are a fashion designer, when you make profit, use that money to buy so clothes that will demonstrate that you are a fashion designer. If there are only few people that can design for me, graphic designers. Because when I give you my concept, if you cannot put it on graphic, we can't work together. So when I see people come to my DM, I'm a graphic designer, send me your content first, let me see. When I look at what you have designed, you are a graphic designer, you are using 24 colors, your lectures. So if you are a graphic designer, your work must reflect what it has to do. I'm proud of the graphic designer for this business conference. Can we celebrate it? There was nobody that saw it that didn't talk about it. The concept, the arrangement, we make the date so bold, even the blind person will see the date. So the date will first of all be catchy. What is happening Saturday, January 25th? Before you even go and be reading every other thing. It was not the logo that was important or international business conference. The most important thing was my business and I. That is, it was looking catchy. So you first of all think. Go back and use your capital wisely. And then when you make capital, it's not to set up your room. Except your business revolves within your room. You are not selling drinks, you are a student. What you are using fridge for? How many hours do you use you open the fridge? How many water do you take per day? Your business, you are buying fridge. Except you are selling things that should do with that. You made little capital. You are installing wallpapers on your wall. When the wallpapers were not there, were you having nightmare? That's your business. For me, my business was in my room. My bed was here, my table was here. I didn't demarcate it. When you come, I'll sit down here. please can we interact? Joseph, this is your room. I say, no, this is office. That's the bedroom. If you now want to come, maybe you are a visitor, you come. Don't come near my laptop. Let's sit down here so that you talk. That was how I operated for 4 years. Top Touch Enterprise was still intact. Because getting a shop is a waste of time. I spend almost all, I write at night. I can stay all awake. Me and my PA, we slept around 3 this morning. You were online too. We slept around 3 this morning. And then this afternoon we may sleep. And then I can start writing by 7 and end by 6 tomorrow. So why am I opening a shop for? Why am I opening a shop for? You must be able to manage your capital. If you are into food business, when you make your capital, cook one delicacy. Serve people first. Just cook it, snap it, show people. You are selling bubble cream. Your body is not fresh and you want me to patronize you. So can we have the next slide? I think we are almost winding up. Can we move? Then these are the 3 areas to save your capital. These are the 3 areas to save your capital. You must have savings for emergencies. Savings for emergencies. You must have short-term savings. Then you must have long-term saving. You see this long-term saving, if the world is ending tomorrow, if the money that will save the world is there, except God tells me to open it. Now, when this conference was coming up, I operated this microfinance bank. I had one money kept there and all that. In December, I think there was a day I posted my account. You know, that money was meant for for this conference, not for anything. So you must operate this platform of saving. Discipline key to financial growth. That's how the wise grows. That's why I had to pursue one book, The Rules of Wealth. You must operate. I'm not saying, of course, I don't think anybody is so emotional in giving in terms of emergencies like our brother Sam Rich. I don't think there is a week he does not raise money to support emergency cases. But how be it? He still has to put his business first. So likewise, everybody. There was no time with those all across the department. We all contribute school fees and all that for people. But you must operate this platform if you want to thrive in business. Can we have the next slide now? Then packaging, pricing, I've spoken about that. Can we move? Why aren't you in business? Is a question for some of you that are not in business. Why aren't you in business? Why are you not doing something to improve your life? If you don't have a business yet, buy books, be reading. Why haven't you obtained a skill or started business to boost your standard of living? Why? Can we move? To succeed, you must constantly develop your skills and knowledge. Ways to improve. Attend conferences and webinars. There are 4 crucial conferences I attend every year. 1, pastoral conference, because I'm a pastor. Secondly, I attend leadership conference because I'm a leadership. Then the 3rd one, I attend business conference because I'm a business. And then I find time that I go on a retreat. It does not matter what is happening on this surface of the earth. The 3 days of that retreat, the last one I went was not to be like people think when you go on the retreat was to pray. I'm a pastor, I didn't go to pray. I just went to go and sit down, rented an hotel, paid for 3 days, and then I was there. To think, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? That was when the idea of okay, let's power this program for January came. If you don't have money for hotel, your room, lock it, come outside, out of bound for the next 3 days. Stay inside, think. Buy books if you don't have money to attend conferences. I don't now. Samede is attending conference, 100,000 per seat, right? I don't have the money to go. I am patiently sitting down. After that conference, he will release a book. That is my target. The book will cost you 10,000 naira. That is where I'm waiting for him. You must work on these areas of your life. Pay for training. I recently paid for 50,000 just to learn the new CV for 2025, Canadian CV, UK CV. I paid. The guy insisted I have to pay. I say I'm at your mercy. I pay. But that has increased my standard in making CV, different from what I was doing last year. If you enter my GM, one guy enter my GM for CV, I gave him my price. He said, I want to use for international application. I said, yes. He said, that amount. I said, do you know how much I pay for training per 3 months? He said, no. He said, you know, so amount you are doing on the campus. I think that was on campus now. That was student standard. I have improved. Don't increase your price if you are not going to increase your quality. Don't increase your price if you will not increase your worth. This is where it all lies. It's not about my branding and all that. Don't waste me. You know, my brother spoke about branding. Do durable branding. Can we move? Can we? I think then learn from experts. Running a business requires setting boundaries and focusing on what to. Don't overstretch yourself or all your resources. Identify your target customers. Can we move and all that? Media. Now you need to understand that not everyone will run a business, but everyone can work and contribute. Working for others if needed is important. Working for others, I see work for people almost today. The fact that I still run a business. The problem with us is we don't working for others. We think we are what word will I use? It's usage or some words. Till tomorrow, I still work for people. When I went to Ekiti, I had a guy that said, okay, that I should be coming every day to be helping to be doing something. I say, I'm not always sad, but when I come, I will do. He said, how much do I pay you? I said, no problem. It's free of charge. Just don't pay me. I'll work for you. I am learning a skill that will expand my business. I am learning a skill that will expand my business. Sometimes leave your comfort zone. Go and work for people. You are cooking food. One day go to Yashewa. Let me help you to cook. Today, mommy, I want to see how you do this cooking. You know somebody that is your neighbor. The person knows how to cook better. One day come. Just come and taste my food. Give them consistently like 10 times. Let them give their feedback. Everything is not money in growing business. That's why you need to understand that in a business, there are 3 things to learn. That business must bring profits. That business must add knowledge to you, and that business must be solving problem. If your business is not meeting these 3 criteria, you are not doing business. Can we move? Please. Patience. Success doesn't come overnight. Growth requires patience. How to develop yourself. Keep improving your skills and your knowledge. Give yourself time to grow and don't rush the process. Stay disciplined and focus on your goal. Can we move? On the final note, there is no reward for being idle. Take consistent steps to improve yourself, and your business and yourself will get better. Thank you.